Hi, welcome to Magical Musings, where magic is a way of life. I'm Dr. Nefer, and I'm here today to offer up a review of the Mahabharata Oracle by Gita Rash. This is published by Red Feather. Red Feather is an imprint of Schiffer Publishing. And please stay tuned to the end because I'll be having a big giveaway, so you'll want to catch that. And while you're here, please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the icon in the lower right-hand corner. And also click on the bell below and you'll be notified of every time I post to my channel. And all of my links are below, and I invite you to follow me on social media. Thank you, and now for the review. The Mahabharata Oracle by Gita Rash, published by Red Feather, an imprint of Schiffer, is based upon the oldest written document in humanity's history. The Mahabharata the Mahabharata comes out of India, and it is a massive tome that weaves together the tales of wise men, sages, demons, and gods. And it contains themes that are in everyday life. And so it's basically a set of stories that convey lessons. So the packaging for this is typical of Red Feather and Schiffer, where you have the magnetic closure so the deck can stand on its end in the bookcase. And then you have a single well that contains the guidebook on top of the cards. And a little bit about the author here. I'll read this to you. Gita Rash has been deeply attuned with all things esoteric from an early age. As the daughter of an insightful palmist, she has imbibed a deep knowledge and passion for the metaphysical realm. Receiving clairaudient messages as a child, she has been able to help and guide those around her. Also an instructor of yoga and meditation, she utilizes her experience in the health and fitness field to channel her energy to provide spiritual guidance to questions about relationships, career, health, weight loss, and personal growth. Applying her psychic intuition, diverse cultural influences, and modern-day living realities in all aspects of her work, Gita is able to offer a unique approach to self-empowerment and truly loves helping others find peace, success, and personal happiness. Her website is gitarash.com. That's spelled GITARASH.com. Now I'll set the box aside and we'll take a look at the guidebook. The guidebook is paperback and it has 96 pages. Now what's interesting about these cards is they are created by a number of artists. So every card on the last 2 pages is listed by title and number, and it has the name of the artist. So let me see. I think it's a combination of 4 artists. Yeah, it looks like 4 artists whose work is combined for this oracle. And really looking through the deck, even though it's 4 different artists, their work is very cohesive. You can't really tell that it's, created by 4 different people. But she goes through what inspired the deck, a little bit about the Mahabharata itself. And then she goes over the different clairs. Those are types of psychic abilities. So there's clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, clairaudience, which is clear hearing, claircognizance, which is clear knowing, and clairsentience, which is clear emotional sensations, basically being a strong empath. And she says a little bit about dreams and meditation. And then she goes into how to work with the cards, and she has various spreads. There's the typical past, present, future you'll find in practically every book about cards. And there's a 4-card spread. And there's the traditional Celtic cross. And of course, this is an oracle deck, so it doesn't really have a definite structure like the tarot does. You can basically use these in any type of spread you would use a tarot deck for. And then she has a list of the main characters and who they are in the Mahabharata. And that list goes on for a couple pages. And then each card is rendered as a black and white thumbnail with the title depicted on the bottom of the card. It's also in the picture of the card. And then the name underneath, in this case Gandiva, that's the name of the character that this card represents, the character from the Mahabharata. And so then each card goes into a little bit about the character signified by the card, and then what that card means when it appears in a reading. So you actually, if you get this deck, you get quite an education about the Mahabharata, which is really great. When I was an undergrad at Northwestern University studying for my anthropology degree, I took a course on Hinduism, and we briefly covered it, and we read the Bhagavad Gita. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. But again, it's a fascinating culture with fascinating traditions and gods and goddesses, and all of your stories are just so interesting. So this is the book pretty much all the way through, and now we go on to the cards. Now the cards are rather large. They measure 3.5 by 5 inches. And I did shuffle these because I have been kind of working with them, so they're out of order. So sorry about that, but there is, let me check on the total of cards. Does it say on the back? Yeah, there's 36 cards. So 36 cards like a Lenormand deck, but it's not a Lenormand deck. It's an Oracle deck. So we have number 9, Nectar. I have number 10, Loyalty. I love the patterns on the elephant. I think that's just so beautiful. And the bright colors. This is Ambition. Gratitude. And again, these depict various characters from the Mahabharata, and you can read about each card in the guidebook. It'll tell you briefly what the story is behind the character. So, and they all are really neat. You know, they're arranged with a dark border and with what looks like a stylized window, and the image is being shown to you through the window. So I kind of like that, because when you do card readings, it is kind of looking through a window. You know, you're using your intuition to look deeper into a situation. And I like the deck because the colors are all nice and bright, and I love bright colors. And the artwork is really gorgeous. It's all figural representation because, like I said, the image on each card represents a character from the Mahabharata. And so it's going to be pretty much nothing but figures on the cards. And sometimes there's a little scene involved, but usually it's just a figure, you know, with a background. The cards are fairly sturdy. The cardstock has a little bit of flexibility to it, so they're not impossible to shuffle. And there is a gold gilding. And I will say again regarding gold gilding, and I'll say this every time I review a deck that has gold gilding, sometimes the gilding causes the cards to get stuck together in the box. And so sometimes, like I received a deck from Australia once where the entire deck was like, came out in a clump like this, and everything was just totally glued together because of the gilding. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And it was a tarot deck, so it was double the thickness of this deck. And I was just like, I could barely get it to flex. And what you do is you flex it slightly, and eventually cards will start popping off in little sections, and then you take those little sections individually and again gently flex them back and forth, and eventually the individual cards will start to pop loose. And that's how you can separate the cards of a gilded deck that have gotten all stuck together, because otherwise, if you just try to go like this and try to carefully peel them off, you're going to rip your cards. So remember that little trick when dealing with gilded decks. So I just love the images. This deck is really good for one-card readings. If you're not used to reading cards for yourself, and then there may be situations where you just want a real quick read, you know, this is one of those decks that does well with a one-card pull. And there we are back to the beginning. So I recommend the deck. Again, it's very different. You are not going to see another deck like this. Perhaps in the future you will, just because people have seen this deck and have gotten an idea, you know, but as for now, it is rather unique among decks. And I really like that a culture that is so ancient with such deep and lasting traditions has finally been covered as an oracle deck. I would have loved to have seen this as a tarot deck because the Mahabharata is so deep in meaning and is so vast in the lessons and in the themes that it encompasses. It would be awesome to create a tarot deck based upon the Mahabharata. So if anyone there is listening and is a deck artist, deck creator, there you go. Great idea for a tarot deck. So that is my review of the Mahabharata, and now the news about the giveaway. All right, for the giveaway, there are several things that you will need to do. First of all, I ask that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please click on the subscription link below. And I ask that you also like this video. That's requirement number 1. Requirement number 2, leave a comment below. You can comment about what you thought about the deck, what you thought about my review, what you think of my channel, what have you. Requirement number 3, is go on over to Instagram. I'm collaborating with Red Feather on this giveaway. Red Feather is nice enough to provide me with 2 decks to give away. So I'll be giving away the Mahabharata Oracle to 1 winner. And I'll be giving away the Transparent Tarot to another winner. And if you have not seen this deck yet, I will be reviewing it shortly, so you'll be able to check that out if you subscribe to my channel and click on the bell to be notified of future posts, future videos. Over on Instagram as requirement number, what was it, number 2 or number 3? I can't count. I'm bad at math. I tell everybody that, and I admit it up front. Okay, first of all, subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Number 2, leave a comment below this video. Number 3, go over to Instagram and follow both Red Feather and my accounts over on Instagram. Then go over to Facebook and like and follow Red Feather's page there and my page there. All of our social media links are below. So you got the links, just click on them and go do your thing. And then once you fulfill those requirements, you will be entered into the giveaway. So again, subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Leave a comment below this video. Go over to Instagram, follow me, follow Red Feather. Go over to Facebook, follow me, follow Red Feather. And that's it. The drawing will be held at random on September 30th. And as to how to, the winner will be informed, I will post a separate video just to inform the winner. Okay? So again, please subscribe and hit the bell so you'll know when I post the winner's name in a video. And good luck to everyone. Again, there will be 2 winners. Shipping is worldwide. I will be shipping you the deck myself. So good luck on that. And again, follow me and Red Feather over on Instagram and over on Facebook. Subscribe here. Comment on this video. And that's about it. The only other rules I can think of is please do not DM myself or Red Feather asking about what your chances are for the giveaway. That will disqualify you. And if you follow us just to unfollow after the giveaway. We'll be keeping a list, so you'll be disqualified from future giveaways. That's it. So I hope you subscribe. I hope you like this review. And this is Dr. Nefer of magicalmusings.com, wishing you a most magical day.